darkness prevails. Hello, everyone. Today I invite you to come to two very good stories. I'm very happy to see you and you again on this weekend evening. I would like to give you and your weekend a lot of joy and good health. And ladies and gentlemen, in an hour of story, in this evening's space on the Darkness Prevails Ghost Story channel, I would like to introduce and invite you and you to listen to another work of the author through a title, The Ancient Tomb in the Village right now. I would like to invite you in. You guys listen to this story through the reading. Darkness prevails, the rumble of the cranes coming in droves made the early morning atmosphere in the small village extremely mysterious. A few children with poor appetite were being led out by the ladies to show and comfort them the sad words with gloomy faces, but not wanting to see what was about to happen. Suddenly, I felt so worried. Ladies, a group of people were gathering in groups of 3 or 5 on the side of the road looking in the direction of the cranes coming and chatting loudly. Islam. Oh ma'am, just worry, but the government people work, then there must be a solution. I don't understand how the government does business. My family has a beautiful piece of land, so why run back and forth across that deserted continent? It's not easy to earn some compensation from them. That's right, we poor people now only hope to earn money from these projects. Here, the land is for sale, but no one buys it. They are really smart. Just run across the ditch, and you won't lose any compensation. These guys do business and calculate everything, thinking it's easy to take their money. But it seems like today they started on the island. That ancient tomb to move that, right? Just now I saw the car entering Twin. I got goosebumps. That tomb has been seen by many people. Everyone in our village knows about that story. Mr. Bok Truong's house. The villagers nearby also wanted to remind the government, but they don't believe it and even handcuffed those people to the ward to protest that crime of superstition. Now no one dares to say a word. It's just suffering for the villagers. I hope that when those ghosts appear, they will still leave their mother alone. A few minutes later, a couple of villagers came out to take responsibility for their crimes at the old ditch on the edge of the village. Next year, the young men were constantly clearing away the dense bushes. Mr. Bok, I don't understand how he manages the villagers. The ditch is so dense that he won't let people clean it up. The person who just spoke up with the official in charge of the road construction project in the province. Please sympathize with him. He also knows what we, the people, are afraid of. If he says anything, he will punish him. He really has no education. In this day and age, he is still crazy. For 20 years, I have not known what ghosts and demons look like. Later, I will dig up the entire ancient tomb to see if I like any ghosts and demons. You guys just keep spreading rumors, and I will be the one to kill the whole village. We just say what we see, but in the end, how they live, we villagers do not dare to find out. Oh, there are snakes. There are snakes. Some young men who have just cleared the land and approached the ancient tomb, they promised to run out and successfully block them. Mr. Bok heard the news and hurriedly ran over. Mr. Tan, there are 2 very big snakes. Your mother, there is only 1 snake, but you keep doing it. Like death is not as good as that, so don't Tan Cam, the shovel fiercely purple, the tool must go to the place. Tan, mad eyebrows pale, 2 legs staggered, almost fell to the ground in front of Tan. There were 2 snakes as big as a water pipe, the whole body, and it was a blood-red color, all horrible. Once again, the back body of the 2 snakes stuck together layer like that. 7 days of red liquid like blood. It was lisping, 2 heads as big as a ball, making extremely scary, hissing sounds. What the hell? Guys, look like that Tan was absent-minded, hurriedly wiped this. Tan, are you okay? I think the people here are right. There must be a sign. Let's report to the higher-ups. Go, brother, move. Mr. Tan is a traitor who has always been a scary symbol in the spiritual world. I think you should let everyone stop. Remember what happened, then our villagers know how to carry the star. Mr. Bok, then the young man who is in love with the city also follows Duke to push the boat properly, but hearing these generations, Tan gets even more angry. Shut your mouth for me. What the hell are ghosts and demons? All are cowards talking nonsense. Shovel up to smash continuously down on the snake's body, causing its entire body to be crushed. Blood splattered everywhere. Immediately after that, a cold wind blew from nowhere and hit everyone present in the face, causing everyone to shiver in fear. What the hell is this? I was just closing my eyes and suddenly it got cold. I didn't know how to sigh in one place. This Bok Duk stuttered. Disaster came crashing down, and I sat here. It's really cruel. You shut your mouth and let me go. What the hell are you afraid of? What the hell are you doing? You want to take me to the police station by myself? What the hell are you doing? What is it, Ghost? Come out here, I will beat you to death. Then he told the guys to continue cleaning. More than 2 hours later, everything around was cleaned up. Observed Dang for a while. Then Tan also started to let the crane move into level of bridge, go into the ancient tomb. Just as the machine touched the tomb, then the crane immediately stopped. No matter how hard I tried, it couldn't move on Tan. This machine might have a problem. I can't control it anymore. Give me another one to see what the hell is going on. Tan was upset, recalculating, and crashing into the side of the car. Those cars turn around to let another car approach. Another car just approached. The same phenomenon happened. The crane drivers' faces started to change color. I think it's not good, bro. It's possible that it's a real omen. We shouldn't try it, bro. Damn it. Tom was annoyed and turned around. The workers then called the remaining car to try and see if it was the driver. The remaining car was like that, but suddenly his eyes opened wide. But then he still had to grit his teeth. This sound was because the branch of a salaried employee was like that. If he didn't work, he wouldn't get paid, and he might even be punished. The car had just approached and brought the bridge down when a terrifying scene happened. The driver suddenly jerked back, foaming at the mouth, then fell to the ground and hit his head on a rock, causing blood to splatter outside. The people around him were also panicked. After a few seconds of regaining their composure, they hurriedly approached the driver and went to the hospital. Tan was currently in his head, with thousands of thoughts and strange phenomena running around in his head from just now until now, causing him to unconsciously use his hand to wipe away the sweat that was running down his face. Tanoti's forehead turned around and left with everyone without knowing that at the ancient tomb, there was a tiny figure with 2 bald heads watching the group of people laughing inside Tan's house. At this time, his wife Hwin was frantically taking a towel to wipe his face after returning from the ancient tomb. Tan lay there, unconscious, groaning incessantly. He said, "Nonsense. Do you need to go to the hospital for a checkup? I'll take care of it. It's fine. Going to the hospital won't solve anything." "What do you mean? Are you having an abortion today?" That ancient tomb in the village of Mio? Hwin was startled after hearing that. "I told you already, but you didn't listen to the projects related to the tomb. You just acted like you were the boss. Are you happy now? I also understand your personality, but who knows that in this day and age, ghosts still exist. Where the hell did it all happen? Tell me, challenge me." Start telling Hwin everything from the beginning of entering the village of Mio. "Oh my God, Tan, you should kill your wife and children. People are stopping you like this, right? Listen, brother, do you know how many people have died because of hitting the wrong sacred snake? Why do I have to suffer like this all the time? Will you stop? I'm in America, so the villagers sent it to me now. What are you saying? You're too much me. I'm asking my aunt for the phone. Is this fast? Will you give up those projects and take the phone and give it to Tan Hwin? Don't forget to remind me to take the phone." Tan looked at his wife resentfully and quickly dialed the number, saying it was for her and her children. "If he doesn't pay, you can't stop this Tan guy." Okay, sir. Just a little bragging. What's left of Mr. Tan's personality? The clown on the other end of the phone also picked up Tan hurriedly on tongue. "I'm Tan. What's the matter that you're calling me at this hour?" The hoarse voice of a middle-aged man rang out. Tan quickly stammered, "Yes, sir, it's just the road that goes through the ditch on the other side. He encountered a problem on the other side. Please see how to carry someone else for me. Can I ask permission to withdraw my rider? Do you know how much money I had to spend to bribe him to avoid my side? I met you and said I wouldn't do it. Now, who will do it? I'll sympathize, or I'll just let it run. It'll lose some compensation money to the people. If you run over there, you'll die and it won't work. Your mother. Do you believe me? I'll break your neck. If you don't accept it, you'll do it now. You say you'll quit, bro. There's an ancient tomb there, so it's still the driver who lost his life. I'm so scared. Please forgive me. What the hell? Let me send someone down tomorrow to see how it goes. Once this is done, you'll still solve it for me. There's no way you can quit. Yes, I greet you. The cold beep-beep sound rang out, making Ton sigh helplessly, but damn it, he didn't listen. So what should we do now? Or should we temporarily take the child back to his parents' house to avoid him for a while? I think Mr. Tongue will let it go. It's that easy. Why does he know so much about the police? The sentence came to the door, his voice stopped, he thought for a long time, then continued. Tomorrow, Mr. Tongue will send someone to check. Or should I try to finish the project? This time, the name is next time, you should avoid anything related to graves. Quinn heard that and sighed sadly. Whatever you do, choose the best thing to do, which is to find. The teachers were sure to nod their heads in response to this. The head eunuch heard it first. If anything, just wait until tomorrow when he comes down and we'll figure it out. The next morning, the villagers came back and witnessed an extremely horrible scene. On the bridge pillar, every house in the village was full of buffaloes. The dead bodies of one family's animals were chickens, dogs, and other families had pigs, cows, and the bodies of the animals were all gnawed by something. The internal organs were scattered everywhere. What was even more horrible was that on the wall there was a scribbled line written in blood. Extremely horrifying content, you dare to touch my house, I will kill everyone. Oh, heaven and earth, disaster is about to fall on this village. Those bastards really caused everything and then left us to suffer. It's too much, but when I reminded them, they didn't listen and even dragged people out to blame and punish. Now they cause trouble. I can't see anyone's face. I'm crazy. I'm scared here. I can't rest. I'll die with them. Just tell them Mr. Bach is calling everyone to come over for a meeting over. There, hurry up and go over there and see what's going on. See Mr. Bach, dang the case, everyone. Everyone hurriedly ran back. The chatter stopped. Someone please be quiet and listen to me say a few words. Mr. Bach spoke up. Everyone stopped, turned their eyes to him and waited. Everyone also saw what happened. Surely everyone here can also know the cause of where it came from. Our village used to be very peaceful. It's not that there have never been mysterious things, but it has never left any serious consequences. Today, the lives of all the people in the village are being threatened. We all know how serious this story is. I hope we all need to unite to not let the government touch that ancient tomb. Yes, Uncle Bach is right. The more we give them, the more they will get there. Just smash them up. The people above will definitely change their plans. Everyone calm down. We shouldn't do it like that. Maybe they won't even die from the tomb, but they and Mr. Hoy is an elderly person in the village, so everyone was upset and stood up. To speak up, Mr. Bach saw him go out, ran back to help the old man, and then spoke softly in a veteran voice. Why did you come out here? Japanese couple, French guy, where is the couple? Fat ran back with someone raising his hand to stop him, signaling that it's okay, Mr. Bach. I'm okay. In the weaving village, such a big thing happened. I'm also very anxious, Mr. Bach. Yes, pretending to say, so what do you say we should do now? Spirituality is not something to joke about. Temporarily, he flew away and went far. Ton hurriedly told Mr. Bach, everyone did that. What did you say? Tin greeted, then spoke softly. He didn't hide anything from the guys. He told the story to the guys. I told him what I said, but there's no such thing as ghosts. You don't want us to do something bad, right? After I heard it, my face turned red. The young men who heard it were boiling with blood. It's all your fault. It's best not to be here until then. Speak quickly and get the damn thing for you. As soon as he finished speaking, Tongue rushed up and knocked the young man down. He spoke immediately. The angry young men rushed in and knocked Tongue out, and he fell to the ground. The crowd rushed into each other and fought. Mr. Bach was scared and quickly shouted for everyone to jump out and stop Tongue's group, so they were immediately chased away. Back out, Mr. Bach, you're good. Let me see how he can stop me. Touch this Tongue, don't blame him. Finished, he turned around angrily. Everyone left. Oh my God, you guys are really causing trouble. It's time for Backbach to play. It happened. Even 4 people can't do it. On Vend, Mr. Bach was worried and quickly spoke up. Tran Nan sighed. Mr. Bach became a poet. Young people, you guys are planning to act like ice cream. This time I'm afraid it won't be easy to solve by worrying too much. We can't do anything too much. They can't do anything either. You guys really don't understand. We have to stop them, but we have to be careful. If you do this, everything will be ruined. So after that, Uncle, they work according to the state's instructions. We won't let them in. They will stop people. The police. When they come down, they will come to the neck. It's not a joke. That guy Tongue has all the relationships with the police. This matter. Now the small thing will become big, bro. After listening, everyone just bowed their heads and said, "You guys just do your job. You haven't reached the point yet. No matter what, you have to try to prevent it. Don't do it, and you'll get into trouble." The god of death confirmed. That night, while he was deep in sleep, Ton suddenly woke up with a start. The window was being hit by a strong wind, making loud noises. She was his friend. When he went to sleep, he remembered to close all the doors. Ton muttered. Then he stood up and walked towards the window. A cold wind blew past him, hitting his face, making his whole body tremble, and he reached out his hand. Closing this door, a black shadow suddenly swept past. The fish was startled and fell to the ground, but his mother was not startled yet. Right after coming to her senses, she stood up and looked back. It was just the shadow of a tree that had just been blown out of the window. She reached out to close the door, intending to turn back to sleep again. The right corner was startled outside the window. There were a few sounds of columns being rattled as if someone was knocking on the door. He was so scared. Looking over to the side of the Central Highlands and the little girl Bon, who was still sleeping soundly, he thought it was Tone. Tin called his wife to wake her up to ease his fear. He thought together, "I have never known what fear of ghosts and demons is. Now calling my wife up is like slapping myself in the face." So the group then attached to turn around the sound of knocking on the door, also suddenly stopped, slightly trembling, but still tried to take a deep breath, then raised his hand to push hard. A prayer rang out, the sound of the window being pushed hard by him, hitting the wall in front of the ankle, now a deep black, only the fake cries of strange nocturnal animals, right? What the hell is there? I reached out to close the door. Then from the garden, suddenly, there was laughter like that of a child. Children echoed near and far. Right after that, he was hypnotized, quickly turned back, opened the door to go out to the garden. In front of his eyes at this time, right under the guava tree, there was a figure of a newborn baby still covered in some things, jumping like blood. The scary thing was that it had two bald heads on the four sides with white eyes plus two different mouths. One was listening to the sharp teeth growing jaggedly, the other was leisurely laughing. The scene of picking a lobster in front of him seemed to wake the fish up. Right after that, he screamed loudly, then fell to the ground. A hand hurriedly Gold patted his shoulder, causing him to be terrified and in pain. He quickly rushed forward and continuously hit the trees. On Ton Amhuin, "What's wrong with you?" Ton immediately replied at Huineo, "It's true that I'm a ghost. It's very scary." Ton quickly rushed in and hugged his wife. Her whole body was shaking nonstop. Hwin came to the house. Hwin spoke softly. "So, how did I end up there at night? Luckily, when I opened the door, you knew, so I ran after you. If not, my hands and feet would be cold. I'm afraid that's the story. Yesterday, it must have come to find you for revenge. What should I do now? Or should we find a teacher? If we offend someone, we will sincerely apologize. I'm very worried, but there's nothing you can do. You have to listen to me for the sake of your family. Let go of a little bit of self-respect won't kill you. You can listen to me, right?" The next morning, Tonkung Gwyn brought a young girl into this village for you. What's the best trick to do? Go and distribute it with some young men. As soon as he saw Ton coming in, he aggressively went out to stop her. Ton was like that, so he stammered in a soft voice. "Gently, you guys misunderstood because you said on behalf of Uncle Bach, I have something to ask for help." Seeing Ton's attitude was somewhat suspicious, but the law also ran away. A little later, Mr. Bach also arrived, followed by Old Man Hoy, who was just busy with Mr. Bach at home when he saw fact reporting that there was a young man outside, afraid that everyone would quarrel like yesterday, so the old man also insisted on coming out. Yes. Uncle Bach here, Ton Tien quickly greeted, then continued in. A somewhat worried voice, yes, well, I have nothing to hide from you, uncle. The day you came back I had. When encountering some strange things, I also advised everyone to stop the construction, but Mr. Tongue, he did not listen. This afternoon, he and the commune police will come down to resolve it. I came in to remind everyone first. Then I also had a little matter to ask for help. I hope Mr. Bach will help everyone. After hearing it, Mr. Bach was a bit embarrassed. We did not know what your purpose was in coming here, but you deliberately reminded us, so thank you. As for the matter of asking for help, you just said you could help. Yes, sir. Today, I also came because of the strange things I encountered. Maybe I was alarmed. Ancient tomb today, I brought the Cham shaman here hoping to have a little ceremony to apologize to everyone, but Mr. Bach's attitude is a bit. This guy from the district at this time quickly spoke up. Back commune, please help my family. Tontin slapped the person who offended. Everyone, hoping everyone would forgive us. We also tried to persuade Old Tongue, but it was all to no avail. It couldn't be done. I think Ton here, because the family changed. That's good. I also don't want anyone to encounter anything. Everyone go inside. I hope everything will be resolved. If so, everyone will move forward together. Out of the ancient tomb, the old man lost his fortune. Something strange, Mr. Bach immediately said softly. What's wrong? Could it be that you're suspicious? They had bad intentions, not them, but that indigo medium. I felt very scared. This family invited a few people, but they didn't come up to pick them up. Hearing that, Mr. Bach had no choice but to observe the indigo medium. However, Dong Bak Tsong felt something strange. He shook his head. I can't see anything, old man. You must be careful, that's why you think so. Let's just go in and see. Standing in front of the medium's grave, he rubbed the information of the general's sweat. What's wrong, right? Is there anything difficult, Miss Tram? Worried Huynh hurriedly spoke up and asked. He smiled. Miss Cham signaled for Tanbei and his wife to come to the altar. Miss Tram put up a bunch of incense sticks, then waved her hands and danced for quite a while, then softly said, Long Chung, sleep here. People are calling you to come up to the altar. As soon as she finished speaking, suddenly a strong wind blew over and blew away all the altar items. Immediately after that, Miss Cham fell to the ground, her mouth twisted and twitching continuously. In front of everyone's eyes, on top of the grave is a two-headed snake with a bright red body. It was moving from the time it approached the lady. Each writhing step it took splashed out a bloody red slime that momentarily made everyone pale. Just as the snake was about to add the shaman's head, the golden brains flew out, accompanied by a powerful stream of dharma that knocked the snake back. When will revenge ever end? The person knew he was wrong and sincerely repented. Why did he want to harm her? The wife threw out the talisman. It was the old man who had the chance to learn the dharma before, and was also the master's senior brother right above. Province, however, the young man was fond of playing. He crawled halfway back to his hometown to get married and lived in seclusion until now. If it weren't for the fact that he had no choice, the door wouldn't have taken action against the snake. Hearing the old man speak, he understood and immediately turned his head. He looked angrily at Tan, then made a few sneering sounds and disappeared right before everyone's eyes. As soon as the snake moved, it immediately woke up, its face pale, and panicked. It quickly ran away, despite everyone's attempts to stop it. But she still buried her head in her hands and went to her sister's house to see Tan. How could she let him in a house and talk? Tan broke the snake's staring made both tremble. The sound of the rain heard the old man speak and also began to stagger. Are you okay? Tan raised his hand to stop his wife from touching him. He was okay, then kneeled down in front of the old man. Miss, help me. I know you have magic. You have a way to save us, right? Okay, you just calm down, hurry home, and say you shouldn't hide outside. So then everyone waited together in the village and went straight to Mr. Bach's house. We saw that the bridge was not currently facing any serious problems. However, I'm not sure what to do anymore. Do you have any way? I only have a little magic power to deal with it. It's a demon who has been practicing for many years. However, it has never harmed anyone before. This time the boys named it. I really can't help you. Please help me. What should I do with my husband and children? I don't know how to live. I know that you and I are wrong. However, demons don't understand it. They only know one thing. Whoever destroys it will definitely pay the price. After a moment, the old man called. Continue to say I have contacted a junior brother. His magic power is very profound. He will definitely help you. The only regret is that it will take a few more days for him to come here. For now, you two should go back and repent. Heaven and earth will arrange the fortune or misfortune that afternoon. Tongue led more than a dozen people, along with a group of strangers with a police force, into the village. However, Tan was not seen here. The young men saw the police and were afraid. No one dared to come out to stop them. They received news that Mr. Bach and the Hoy group were also gradually arriving. Old man today, if you are good, send someone to stop this tongue guy to see the young men listen. Each one is angry and red in the face. You can only look down at him. At this point, he immediately spoke softly and sympathetically. Tongue sympathized with us. In fact, we only had to do this because we had no choice. I hope you understand what the hell. If you are good, then you guys play tricks and scare people. The teacher has already said it, you must do it to the end. Mr. Bach shook his head and secretly said that among the young men who stood up to stop you, you guys are also cops. Do you believe that I will drag you? The whole group went to the ward or not the Hongchuan District Police stood still for a while and started to threaten you guys are all police who always carry the saying for the country and the people now we have a problem. And you guys don't try to help but instead use force to threaten you guys. Do you think that's okay or not? When they hear that they get angry, because of morality, because what the hell is life for you? Have money, give me no money, don't raise your voice in front of this Hong guy today. If you dare to stop Mr. Tongue here, I'll take you to the ward guys, calm down, I'm still equal anyway. Your parents age that you can respect and listen to the old man say a few words, but you're so greedy the crowd is preparing to enter meditation, that's why he is silent. What does she say? She continued you. Well, you guys give us a day to resolve some matters. After everything is settled, we definitely won't stop this old man, Mr. Din. What are you doing trying to find a way to chase these people away? You misunderstood. You also heard Mr. Bach say my village is facing some matters related to spirituality. I want to resolve this matter once and for all for the people to rest assured so that you guys, you can work your motherfucker back, but this devil Tongue, Uncle hates you mentioning devils in front of him. If you say it again, I will tell the king. Look at the ward, old man Hoy smiled. Then let me see who of you can get into the village. Don't think that, old man, we don't dare to arrest you. Then Mr. Tongue angrily said no. Hong spoke up and threatened us. Right? Shouldn't we unite the exchange rate? Go forward, but the thing is that the guy didn't fall and turn around to say the guys behind went up together, but the closer they got, the more 10 of them fell down. Damn it, what the hell is going on? The old man asked at this time and smiled and walked over and said, I told you guys, this time there are some strange things going on. You should go home and come back in 3 days. It's fine. Consider it today. We met you. Let me see how long you'll be so proud. When a group of people left the village, the old man's legs wobbled and he fell to the ground. Tell me, is the old man okay? Mr. Bok Hong quickly took the tuber. I'm okay, you guy. That tongue has a talisman on him. Just now, the ghost soldier I invited back was hit by its talisman, so he was slightly injured. This old man said he didn't believe in ghosts and demons, but he carried a talisman on his body. He was really sinister. The man standing next to him heard that. Then he was upset. She breathed out heavily. Then he is our original purpose of stopping him. He will definitely encounter obstacles. That tongue has a set of talismans on him. He will definitely know its effects. He will soon realize it and ask someone to come and deal with us. The magic of the master who gave him the talisman. Certainly not teach to deal with just hope in the coming days. The bus driver realizes only like that we can apply this method to prevent them from becoming the day of returning to Tan's husband and wife's side. Why the day when Mr. Hoy reminded. The whole family closed the door and moved to the maternal home of Mrs. Nam Tan's mother-in-law. who was very superstitious, knowing that her daughter's family had problems, also advised Tan to go to the temple to listen to Buddhist scriptures. Tanvi Thuong, her mother and daughter Ko Huin, so nodded in agreement. Luckily, Tongue above made it difficult for the husband and wife people who all had good hearts. Only by stumbling once can they discover to change. The clearest proof is that Tan, a person who was originally rude and grumpy, after this incident, he almost turned into a different person who knew how to worry and take care of his family at the president's house. After returning home, the whole family was extremely angry. His mother told this old man, "If I don't beat him up, he's not Tom. You should find a way, but I've accepted this matter. If he doesn't fight, I have no reason to make him think for a moment." Tongue spoke up. "I think that among those people, surely someone knows magic. The reason why he and everyone else fell was because that person secretly played a trick while I was fine, because the reason was that there was a yellow talisman in my body. However, one corner was blocked by a bit of black. As I looked at the talisman a moment later, he laughed sinisterly. Surely I had to ask this old man for help." Then hearing Tongue say that, I was bewildered and wondered why he was casting a spell here. "Don't tell me, Mr. Tongue. I've known him for a long time. I'm tired of coming to his house to have jobs that you don't understand. Now you guys go home. If I need something, I will contact you." Or at this time, frowning, his voice somewhat dissatisfied, "Do you believe that I will arrest you for the crime of superstition? Camp Tin brought these people in and then chased them away, or what?" The initial cooperation money, Mr. Tin swiped Mars. The king appeared. "I have paid it all to you. Now you can go home, right?" Hong stood up and clapped his hands down, dirty and angry. "You are very good. You don't want me to interfere. I like it even more. Let me see what those people are doing in the end." The honest police, even if beaten to death, won't believe in those superstitious things. So the part where Hong Dain turned and sent it without looking back, just as he got to the gate, he ordered the 5 police officers to do something that sounded very secretive, lying the money to receive the order. He hurriedly left right away. Since the day the incident happened, the animal book was hung on the handle. At night in the cat village, there was almost no one passing by. Tonight was no exception. The ominous sounds of the night winds combined with the chirping of the animals made the peaceful village even more terrifying. In a corner somewhere in the dark, for good men were sitting, hovering around as if looking for something. He said he would Hong Bao on "What the hell are we doing sitting here? I don't know where we saw anyone last night. What are we looking for and answering? Understand, just sit still." Boss Hong said we should go in here and find out if the villagers are doing any ghostly tricks. These things are usually done at night. Understand? The guys heard that and understood the problem. They sat still and waited for more than an hour later. The village was still silent. Not even a sound of light. The lights were still silent. Teeth were sad. You shook your head. "What the hell is there? Sleepy is about to happen." The public opened it. "Okay, let's go home." We were all standing up, then we needed to lie down. The guy was all startled. Standing up, Ginger put his hand over his nose and immediately cut off the guy who farted so stinky. "Let me eat shrimp paste or pickled onions," and Mega got a bewildered look at each other, pretending not to know. While wandering around, from behind there was a laugh like a child's, echoing involuntarily, making the guys startled. Behind was just a deep dark night. The laughter also stopped. "No longer liking the head for you. Did you hear anything too, right?" The other girl looked around for the first time with a bewildered look. A guy spoke in a stuttering voice. "Or is there really a ghost here? How long have you been shut up and working for a living?" "Going at night. One day it was like this. How can I do that to you?" He told me the truth. The younger brothers felt so scared. "It's true that those guys are going to die with you guys. And Gwen heard you guys talking. I got goosebumps too. Let's go quickly." As soon as he turned his head, he needed to lie down. The guy was startled and fell to the ground, his limbs trembling. In front of him, he lay down. The fallen body was now that of a newborn baby. Its whole body was covered in blood. It was holding a bald head with 4 white eyes staring at the crowd, and the people on its mouth still held a piece of meat. Slimy Harry gently raised its hand to throw the chicken that had been gnawed, because the crowd then charmed the clear voice of a child in the underworld. This hope to eat it alone is even more delicious for the land. "Oh devil!" A loud bang rang out. Grab, fall, and turn head immediately fell to the ground in front of the whole crowd of children. Standing there since, when did they go? Where did the baby? Not let go, stay here, play happily all year at this time. It seemed to be too much to bear. Who was that guy? His face was pale. He didn't even dare to breathe hard to break it. At this time, he was holding a chicken in his hand, looking at it intently, smiling. Then he put the chicken's head in his mouth, and with a squeeze, the chicken's head was bitten to pieces. The snail's color flew out. It smelled so good, eat it. It's delicious. This time he was scared and quickly pulled out his gun and shot continuously at the demon. Continuous tang-tang sounds rang out. Several bullets were shot out, just like that, into the air. The baby was still standing there, looking at him and laughing. What the hell is that? While the rich people were leaving, a demon was suddenly hit by something, causing it to be shot backwards, screaming and disappearing. You guys are okay, but the person who just chased the demon away was Mr. Thought. The scream and the sound of the gun were so loud that everyone around woke up and ran out to see. After a while, he calmed down and stood up looking around. Then, near the full moon, you guys were very good. You dared to tell the demon that you will have to pay for this. When he heard that, he was angry. Ms. Hoy had just helped you guys. Why did you guys do it? Can talk like that, but you guys are so good at firefighting, huh? Listening to the police is a joke. Isn't it all because of you guys, Boss Hong? You guys are talking or not? Are you drunk? Prepare to go to the police station? All the way to tell Don Zhang and the workers angrily leaving the pile of gods is too much. Gardening is a grudge. Knowing that, let that demon wrestle you to lie down next to him. Then you know. Mr. Fat was angry and sighed. Everyone go home and rest. My profession as a shaman is that seeing a disaster, but not being able to save it is a blessing. If it's not a disaster, it can't be avoided. What comes must come. So the question was asked. Everyone was excited, so they spoke up and fainted. Everyone went home the next morning. Hong Tsong and the group of people from last night went straight to Mr. Bach's house to punish the village. They were killing a pipe, and the group suddenly rushed in. Mr. Bach choked on his words. Mr. Bach, today we came here to clarify the matter of the villagers playing tricks last night because of the police. Do you have any benefits to say? We didn't play any tricks on our hands. You are police, but you sneaked into the village at night. See live face, why ugly face, police, we carry out the task 9 investigation again. Very normal story, Brother Fang. Just arrived here, heard the arrogant voice of the police fish, then admitted that night you guys broke into someone's house after I said investigate the king's herd, that then mad there go, come for me, wait, this is what I did, let him go. The guy hobbled in with his cane, spoke up to stop on van like old man Money Red son told dad. To stay home, then what are you doing out here? John just saw the crazy and wonderful man whisper something into Huang's ear. Immediately Huang's light up to the old man. If you admit that this is because of you, then quickly follow us to the police station. This matter is not easy. You're the one who has to stay there until you die. This dog got angry and rushed right to Tran Ko Q Hong. Hong saw that he was being looked down upon. His face changed color. He waved his hand, fainted, stepped back, then lifted his leg and fell to the ground. The old man who liked his son was beaten and could not hold on. Calmly, the stick in his hand swung up and stroked straight at Huang's head and neck, causing him to hold his head and jump up. Then he rushed up, grabbed the old man's neck and punched him repeatedly in the stomach, causing his neck to fall to the ground. You guys are so cruel. I will sue you guys so you can go to jail. I kept cursing the law. At this moment, it seemed like it was too much for the girl to bear. The new prisoner went up and Zhang put a gun to his head. Although he was very angry, the law could not do anything. Mega, a young man who had just arrived at Tin Lao. Go in, but see that takeout gun to threaten, then the whole group. Also in gaming we stand, still let you hit more. Go if you have maggots, then come here about, put your hand on the forehead upstairs. Blood is flowing, fish laugh provocatively. Then go ahead, grab the neck of Fap. Sue growl your father has magic. Right, let me see if your father can save you. So the group he punched again in the stomach and face, causing Fac nose, blood and mouth to continuously flow out. Those bastards who cure diseases or not. Human Mr. Bach angrily shouted to stop, to stand up, to stop, but was immediately pulled. Blair best you should sit still, my life has no eyes, girl will be late, grimace, then force yourself to get up. Let go, I will follow you guys to the police station. Can you hong now, sneered now. I don't want to go to the police station. What I want is to see what you superstitious people can do now. What do you want? We will stand back in a circle. If you can really make us fall, I will believe that last night the Westerner saved someone. Can this really be? Ignore Dad if you waste magic power like that. If tonight the demon holds a grudge and comes back, then Dad, why are you strong enough? The law is worried and speaks up to stop her. She smiles slightly. I agree. I hope you will keep your word. Hong KK. Then tell a group of people to stand close together. Hold hands tightly to form a circle. Mr. Fat and Bach look at each other with worried eyes. They both nod their heads. They stand up and walk around a group of calm. Then they take out 5 talismans and place them around them. The guys follow the style of the 5 elements. Then she steps back a few steps, shakes hands, and mumbles a spell. Immediately after, a gust of wind seems to rush in and wrap around the 5 elements battlefield. She just slightly arranged the wind power quite large, so the police were constantly surprised. Clothes flew up fluttering, only to grope for a moment, then suddenly stopped. Instead, a light wind blew through. But the order was cold to the bone. Each sad guy kept shaking legs, standing unsteadily, touched for a few moments. But several guys let go of each other's hands at the same time. Legs seemed to cramp. Each person fell to the ground, broken down, then hurriedly stuttered. Okay, I believe you. Quickly stop. Go check over here, Hong. No forestation. Kwang Hoi forced a smile while their fall to the ground. Fact with Mr. Bach hurriedly went back to his neck. Are you okay? No, I'm old, so I'm a bit exhausted. I'm breathing hurriedly, trying to speak. My feet are eating. Everyone is great. You guys led the group of people into the house, walking while the West are Hong. Why is it like this today, being played by these people? Give me a trick. Oh, this is my business, Mr. Tung. There's no need to interfere. Hong Dyke naturally laughed and then turned to Mr. Bach and spoke. Everyone have fun, right? Today I'll have someone clean that grave, sir. If you're good, come out and stop it. I have listened to the young man so aggressively step forward. The guy this time spoke up. Bao Bach, just say a sentence. We risk our lives with them, he sighed. All the voices were high. Then Hong Nan, Mr. Tung's mother, don't forget that there is still a name standing here. This matter. Maybe I have to ask my superiors for instructions to see if I can continue this project, Mr. Hong. What's wrong today? Are you scared by these people? This guy Tung is showing his face to you. Otherwise, Song ate you guys. It wouldn't be a dog show at all. Zhang Thai was insulted, angry, pulled out a gun. Tung was about to shoot at the head when the old man standing next to him waved his hand and the gun fell out. That's too much, he said. If I do anything, I'll do it. To everyone, not only hunt with that anonymous grave moreover, also invite Mr. Nguyen here to help, but who dares to act right? It's true that ghosts do not harm you, but we the people will be the ones to receive the consequences. You are also a sorcerer. Why not help everyone, but go to the underworld to harm people? Aren't you afraid of heaven and earth's retribution? Mars' old mind heard that and laughed. My hello man did not exist from heaven and earth. Winning to be king, losing to be a bandit, having money and power to pay. What is the matter that this side doesn't do? In this world there exists a talisman like Mr. Dong. What a disaster. The old man, from today, seeing it, really can't stand and watch. The part of the call took out a layer of talisman and threw it straight at the police, then immediately tied it up and set it on fire, creating a stream of magic power to repel the negative energy that was clinging to their bodies. The police just moved and fell to the ground, their legs numb and paralyzed, with no strength left. The old man was very good, daring to hit even our soldiers of the underworld. His heart was pleased, but he also tried to fight, but he was angry and immediately fought from behind. There was a voice saying, "Oh, Amit Babuda, you guys. Donors often stop. The Dharma was born to save the suffering and the needy. Why do you make enemies and cause resentment?" Dang Tien is a high monk wearing a brown monk's robe, walking next to Tan. Just seeing Tan Tung, he spoke up. "Damn this dog, where have you been these past few days? Why didn't you pick up the phone when I called you? Come and do good deeds for me. Tan, from now on, you won't work for me anymore, so I don't need to call you." Words to end the matter. High monk, at this time, Dang interrupted. This person's grace and virtue have decreased, or keep your words to avoid. The old monk's face changed, but he also smiled and said, "Where did you come from to teach Tongue a lesson? Do you believe that I will steal your things?" The old monk smiled and shook his head, then turned to the old monk and said, "You have the roots of a monk, but you have done many evil deeds. I advise you to do good deeds and help people to accumulate more virtue." The old monk's face changed color, but then he smiled and leaned back, took out a brain, then he muttered a spell, and a black packet spread out from the beetle leaf and flew straight to the old monk. Thanks to knowing the intention of the brain, he was a high monk and refused to do anything. Clasping hands and reciting a few Buddhist names, the darkness immediately disappeared. The leaves suddenly trembled. Then he whispered something into Tung's ear. After hearing it, Tung's face was angry. He left. A moment later, Huang's group also asked permission to leave. There were lights or streams of magic orders that we could understand as things belonging to the spiritual world that only people with roots like the young master or the monks with a religious heart could see. May I ask the high monk, is this a bit lacking? Everyone had left, so he spoke up to greet the city at this time. Quick mouth, yes sir. This is Monk Tuesday Nan on Tian Truck Pagoda. The lady nodded and smiled, then turned to the monk just now. Thank you for helping. Otherwise things would be quite complicated. Those with a basis like us all see injustice and have the stomach to help. It is natural that we will not know what the monk is here for today. Today I came here because of Tan here. I heard him say that he encountered some spiritual problems in the party. I hope everyone will give me a name, a ceremony to ask for forgiveness and release karma for him. Tanexe then just naturally give me money to ask you if you could help move our village's property without hiding anything from everyone. As soon as I stepped into the village, I felt the existence of the evil circle, but its resentment was very heavy from before until now. She set up an altar to resolve the sins, but did not have the ability to exorcise and capture the demon. This matter still had to rely on fate. My village is originally a peaceful land. Everyone has a lot of blessings. Surely everything will be fine. Yes, thank you, teacher. Please come inside the house to perform the ceremony. If your group is together. Everyone led the way for the monk, and in the tomb, he reached the place where the monk sighed. It was true that the resentment was too heavy and could not be reincarnated. After speaking, the monk immediately unfolded a small mat and took out the incense altar, gold coins, and other things Tan had prepared. He then unfolded them in front of the tomb. Then the monk told Tan to sit down with him, cross-legged, clasped hands, and recited Buddhist scriptures for more than an hour. After that, the monk was tired and stood up. During the entire ceremony, there were only a few cold winds that passed by without encountering any obstacles. When the monk stood up, the old man and Mr. Bach came out to know the monk. Did the fish head ceremony, so everyone then went home when the master started the ceremony. Is everything okay, teacher? The old man asked and asked politely. The master smiled and softly replied that he had only finished half of it. The rest of the matter depended on Tian Tam and Tan's sincerity. Mr. Bach frowned, showing that he didn't understand. I'm asking everyone to let Tan stay until 12 o'clock tonight. If he can leave safely, everything will be fine. Oh my God, is that okay, teacher? Are Mr. Bach's children startled and scared? Mr. Bach smiled gently. Everything in life is cause and effect. Heaven and earth will eat his card. Cause disaster, then this is also the form of Buddha. He must suffer. As he understood, Mr. Bach smiled, looking at the monk full of admiration. Chat a little more. The monk also told Tan to ask permission to leave that day. Kim night began to fall. Tan was still dead. The grave did not stop chanting Buddha. Cold wind continuously blew through, making Tan shiver non-stop. Every minute passed like a terrible torture fell on this cast. Tan's salty lips, already pale as if it could shoot at any moment. The fake translation sounds or the movements of the animal running past each time. The city was terrified, jerked up. Suddenly time was passing to 12 o'clock. Suddenly there was a giggle sound above the ancient tomb. Now there was a child right on the head. The whole body was covered in blood. It was showing 4 white eyes staring at Tan, continuously squeezed out. Creepy laughter then turned into the Tianmo. Urgency of a child making the city restless. Hans several times had to support himself to stop himself from falling down before the monk came back, had successfully instructed to open his eyes until the sound of an owl rang out from then. Until now, no matter how terrifying the horrors had to endure, Ton still did not dare to open his eyes, and his heart only prayed to live to hear the sound of the night owl. The child now stood up, was crawling on the ground, then walked towards Ton, two mouths full of. Jagged began to mumble, "Let's go play now. Come play with me. Go play. So much fun." Felt scared, quickly reached out hand, was taken, his mouth empty. Stopped chanting Buddha. After a while, the pig around Ton's body, the child turned back and sat on the grave. Its 4 eyes began to flow 4 streams of blood, tears. The mouth echoed the extremely kind song, "Oh mother, where are you? Why don't you love me and abandon me? Oh mother, where are you? After so many years, I'm still waiting for you. Oh mother." The kind song carries the heart of an abandoned child missing his mother, suddenly making it fall. Maybe the tears, the sympathy in him arose, made Ton startled, opened his eyes, wanting to run quickly to hug the child and lie down, but ahead. The eyes of the city at this time were just a lying grave with a chuckle gradually fading away in the dark night. At the same time, the sound of a blue owl suddenly rang out, the sound of a pillow for the ancient grave with a mouth, and then muttered, "I will definitely protect you." Don Ton smiled and returned the night. The next morning, it seemed peaceful again, but things were not simple at all. The gentleman brought another group of people here today, looking very tense, following him. There were more than a dozen policemen looking very fierce, young men who had just. The policemen stepped out to stop them and immediately used their batons to beat them back. "What are you doing, policemen, beating people? What's wrong? You really have no conscience. Run over here and see which policeman is beating people. These ladies can't stop the money. Sit over and scream." The policemen are extremely aggressive. If they see anyone blocking their way, they'll hit them without saying anything. You can't do that. The older brother and the French led a group of young men. They ran out to stop him. The wife saw Mr. Bach step out. Tung Hung grabbed Mr. Bach's neck and growled, "Who is it today? Dare to be shallow, this guy Tung, don't blame him." After finishing the stroke, he fainted. Dong Bak fell down and shook the ground. The angry young men rushed forward to settle the score, but Mr. Bach shook his head and stopped this side today. The paperwork was ignored. Mr. Bach only knew how to breathe. If it was a real disaster, there was no way to avoid it, then we had to rely on the will of heaven. Back Bach, can we suddenly see them doing that? If the villagers bring something up, what will we do? That's right, let me the lives of the whole village. We have to protect ourselves. Let us risk our lives. Anyway, we have to die. How can we die gloriously, right? What's wrong with this victory? I mean, Lovey. At this moment, his whole body was shaking. His eyes were hesitant. He stared at the grave that had been hunted down. There was a child whose head and body were covered in blood, and he was looking at the 4 red eyes with anger. Looking at the old man, he was startled. He took a new layer of talisman and threw it continuously forward. The talisman caught fire, creating several streams of black smoke that flew straight towards the child. Crackling sounds continuously rang out. His negative energy was all blown away by the female ghost's resentment. The talisman was partially crushed and fell to the ground. Convulsed, foaming at the mouth in fear, told the police to come over to help, but immediately after that, the old man got up and knocked down more than a dozen policemen in a row, then ran away, screaming in rainbows. It seemed like the old man had gone crazy. He realized something was wrong. His arteries turned into corpses, and he hurriedly left. That night was probably the most terrifying night for the people in the village. The trick was to play only at dusk, but the air was extremely cold. The sounds of screaming and kneeling kept echoing. As soon as she realized something was strange, she was almost told Mr. Bach to announce the summoning of the villagers at the communal house to avoid the disaster. The people had lit a fire that lit up the whole communal house. He was a little nervous. His face was wrinkled, and he looked towards the top where there were streams of dark energy coming. Inside there were also many blurry figures like ghosts or hungry beggars. They were guiding him. Their eyes were red as blood. He stared at the communal house. The terrifying question kept being thrown out, carrying a talisman to threaten the hungry beggars. "Miss, what's the matter? Why do I see your face is so bad? Bach, rest assured everyone, the matter is still under control. Tell everyone to keep the fire burning. Don't let the fire go out. The wind will get stronger later. Find a way to cover it and avoid getting caught. Mr. Bach nodded. The king quickly ran to stop everyone on Tone's side. Today, after hunting for gold, don't hold an ancient tomb. The fighting cock held a party and invited everyone to eat. After drinking and partying until midnight, the new singer went straight home to the restaurant. Nimbang CA was eating and drinking. Only a few hundred meters from the guy's villa. This evening, normally people would pass by very crowded. However, today there was something unusual. The whole road was several hundred meters long. Not a single person was walking. He felt like someone had left a mark behind him. But he turned his head several times and didn't discover anything. Realizing that something was wrong, he immediately became unusually alert. He gently put his hand inside his body and took out the talisman. Immediately after that, he was startled and shocked. The talisman that he had kept for so long suddenly turned black, as if it no longer worked. What the hell happened? Was it the old man? Crazy years old, then the leaves also lose their effect, cannot go out, play, have fun, play was thinking, then wrote behind himself. A child's giggle rang out, plus a voice echoed as if from far away. He startled, turned head. This scene of terror before his eyes made him scared, fall down, jerk to the ground, mouth continuously begged, please forgive me. I promise will be everything you want. Please forgive me. Destroy my house. Let people beat me now. You say forgive you. I'm sorry. I don't know what tomorrow is right now. Now I will come to rebuild the grave for the person who promised to have a full machine. Please, it's late. It's time for you to play with me. Has reached the ears of the smiling fish mouth. Mumbled, you get what you pay for. The royal family pounced on the quarrel with the president that day, put the concrete on the ground, bribed the top, and fired him that same day. In the cat village, strong winds blew continuously, and several fires were extinguished. At the same time, several people standing nearby fell to the ground continuously. The old man Hoy seemed to have exhausted his strength. He had just thrown out a talisman. Then he knelt down and gasped, "Dad, are you okay? Dad, go in here and rest." The rest told everyone to try to light more fires. They had to try to finish tonight and come tomorrow. All had to rely on him a few hours to finish. The 7-ton rang out continuously. Maybe a few more people fell to the ground. The Dharma helped the old man into the middle and ran to continue helping everyone to light the fire. The other thing was to bring the number of victims inside. The wind was getting stronger and stronger, but the fire and lit it up and then went out. While not knowing what to do, a few Buddhist scriptures rang out outside the temple. There were more than melons planted. The teacher entered his mouth. He was working hard to stop chanting Buddha, but the strong wind also began to decrease. Then the fire had a chance to burn up again. The surrounding air was also gradually pushed back. The person who just arrived was none other than the monk Tuesday Nan and more than a dozen monks in Tian Truck Pagoda. Last night, after returning, the saint asked the monk to help the little devil reincarnate. The reason the child became his son. Every day, he worshipped and saw Tan's path. Although the monk was not sure if he could help, he still decided to return tonight and help everyone to dispel the disaster on Earth. Oh, luckily, where is she so lucky? Mr. Bach hurriedly approached the monk. Thank you, monk, patiently smiled kindly, then walked towards Mr. Hoy and asked about the old man here. The rest received the sacrifice of everything to help everyone. The opportunity to smile kindly, did not answer, gave a strange look as if wanting to say something to the monk, nodded slightly. The monk worked, then turned to Mr. Bach and said that everything here had only temporarily stabilized. Please remind everyone to continue to light the fire, and we will go outside the ancient tomb to hold an altar to pray for the dead, hoping to help the ghosts reduce their resentment. Accepting to let go, just walked outside the tomb scene. The typical image before the eyes make success. All the monks shook their heads sadly and sighed softly in a heavy place. The monk, though this leg is now more difficult than ever. I'm afraid we can't comprehend the feng shui anymore. The transformation of this place has reached the sky. I'm afraid people will die. What should we do now, master? The old man asked and said that tomorrow Tsongtian or the province will come back to help with this matter. Right now, we try to chant Buddhist scriptures to help him reduce resentment and not go and kill innocent people, said Donan, the monk sack. Down to the city in front of the tomb, started to chant Buddhist sutras, successfully sat down next to the monk, continuously prayed time, chanting like that cold winds continuously came, although all the monks were pale. But the sound of the sutras still continuously rang out the sky. As the morning passed, the more resentment became angrier. Dense thumb streams accumulated into the shape of red double-headed snakes stacked extremely fiercely like that continuously made fortune terrifying hissing. Sounds made all the monks tremble in poverty, breaking out in a cold sweat. No need for two to speak. The Buddhist scriptures sounded like they were accompanied by a stream of power. It continuously pushed back the dark, wrong resentment that had come. Another period of time passed. After 3 a.m. The resentment gradually decreased. The monks at this time began to breathe heavily. Their faces were all pale. Tan stood up, took out a bottle of water, and offered it to the monks one by one. After drinking the water, the monks were also more alert. They were all starting to chant Buddha's name from a giggle that rang out, accompanied by an extremely cold wind that covered them straight. About everyone temporarily made Tan Song. The monk startled in front of everyone at this time. The country boy, sitting on the flattened grave, his direction forward to let his eyes red with anger, looking at everyone. Go away, dare to destroy my Honak tonight. I will kill everyone. Tan hurriedly refused to get down and calm down. We are trying to help them. Children, the destroyers are other people, or people. Let go, hold a sign. You people are all evil rich people. Not because you have not committed taboo, then I have broken your neck. What is last night's love? Buddhism is the origin of all human suffering. It is love. The more you cling to it, the more you will suffer. Follow me to the temple every day. Listening to Buddhist scriptures, you will feel light in your heart. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. I just want to go out and have fun. I want all of you to play with me. Little Fong Kui laughed out loud, then felt sad. The strong resentment on his body suddenly radiated, causing the monk Haru's mouth to be unable to breathe. It seemed like something was squeezing him. The necks of some monks seemed to be unable to bear it. Their whole bodies began to turn purple. Their eyes were wild, and right at the moment when 1,000 pounds were hanging by a thread, a talisman from afar wiped over and dissolved all the dense streams of resentment. The sounds of sitting down and sneezing rang out, and several monks fell to the ground, their mouths constantly breathing. Behind them, the one who was rushing over was an old man. The person coincided with some villagers. Next to him was an old man. About 60 gentle faces were smiling. This sound was the teacher. Knowing that he was in trouble, he tried to return as soon as possible after dissolving the resentment in the little devil Dang Tu, who had hurriedly gone out. He just saw the ray of the wind ghost and shook his head in dismay. Please help everyone to the back to avoid being possessed by the negative energy. The teacher took out a poisonous mouth talisman. He threw it straight at the little devil, who was bewildered. The set caught fire, creating a stream of power that immediately corroded the resentment radiating from the devil, causing him to be scared and turn into a stream of black regret. He slid down to the grave. Shanghai smiled. Take out 5 colorful flags on which there are also squiggly characters, stick guns around the grave, then chant a spell. The black smoke under the grave seems to be sucked out by the cow leaves. Just a moment later, the lights have completely disappeared. Instead, there is a white smoke that shoots up, forming the blurry figure of a newborn baby with 2 heads, which is somewhat horrifying but very funny and adorable. It is looking at everyone with 4 round, sparkling eyes, speaking in a gentle, innocent voice. Mom, Mom, it's so pitiful. Karma, just because of the appearance of the public desire, the mother of it heartlessly abandoned to let the poor child. He bowed his head, lamented out there with everyone closed their eyes, praying for the child to succeed. The steps back to the city too, then softly still. And the child has a little fate. Really hope the teacher can help the child to come home, for the child to have a warm resting place. Soon reincarnation day. Damage immediately smiled. Gently then approached because the child whispered something. A moment later, the child looked at Tan, giggled a soft call, and the rowing rang out and we will then slowly disappear. Turn back to give Tan a yellow amulet. Really good. Instruct after you move this grave to your family. Make a horizontal channel for me, and place the amulet under my incense burner in my family. I wish you all the best. Tan received the amulet, bowed his head in gratitude. A few years later in a hospital, Giggling rang out along with an extremely adorable oe sound in celebration of the family's very cute son. Tan and Hwin happily ran in. In the nurse's arms was a cute baby boy. The little one is looking at you with sparkling eyes, smiling at you and your brother, while a soft, indistinct sound is heard, struggling, and would like to thank the audience for paying attention. Goodbye, everyone, and I'll see you again in the next stories.